Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we will continue reading The Science of Light, an Introduction to Vedic Astrology by Tobias. This is a great book for, beginner astrologers, especially in the Vedic system. Once again, I am a Vedic astrologer, not a Western astrologer. Western astrology, if you didn't know, is like 24 degrees off. It's inaccurate by 24 degrees. So if you're a Western astrologer, you're using an inaccurate model. It's not based on the real-time positions of the planets through the stars. So Vedic astrology is based on planets' real-time positions in the sky. So today we will be talking about Saturn. So we're reading Science of Light, an Introduction to Vedic Astrology, and we are on Saturn, and we are on, let me see here, page 51 in the Kindle edition. I don't know if you have the print copy, maybe it's a little bit different, but it's 51, page 51, or sorry, 60, sorry, so page 61 in the Kindle edition. So let's begin talking about, I am a Vedic astrologer, so I do Vedic astrology readings, and also I do birth time rectification. So birth time rectification is basically, if you don't know your birth time, I will help you figure that out to the exact minute. I can get it down to the exact minute, and I do it pretty it's a long process that is very tedious, especially if your time window is like hours and hours, so it there's a lot that goes into that process, and that's why I charge so much. And the other thing with me charging so much is you're paying for my time, and you're not only paying for my time, but you're also paying for an accurate birth time reading, so birth time. So people who buy the birth time rectification are, I guarantee, with like that I'm going to do the best job that I can with the resources that I have. So I'll do, everything that I can to make sure that birth time is accurate to the minute. So yeah. Alright guys, so let's continue. So Saturn, this is the god of time. So speaking of time, so let's see here. So Saturn, so it says it's on page 61, and it's at the bottom of the page under Venus. So it says Shani, or Saturn. Parashara describes Saturn as long and thin-bodied, yellow, reddish brown eyes, Vata constitution, having large teeth, lazy/tired, crippled in the legs, is harsh and has bristly, coarse hair. Water is the essence of life, and when water dries up, there is the end of life. The air element dries up the water element and brings about the aging, dying process. When something has water and youth, it is malleable and fresh, like a green tree sapling. When the air element increases, things become hard and unbending, like an old dry stick. Saturn is the air element represented. Saturn as the air element is represented by an old gray-bearded man. As Saturn is the slowest moving of the 7 Vedic planets. He is shown as walking slowly with a limp. Saturn is the planet connected to limping, being lame, or losing a limb or body part. Saturn is connected to the energy of separating. As the leaves of autumn dry up and fall from the trees, Saturn rules this time of divine and turning inwards. Saturn rules this time of dying and turning inwards. So, yeah. He relates to aloneness and meditation, as well as the discipline of spiritual life. Though to some aloneness can be loneliness, Saturn is connected to the isolation of separation. Saturn controls death and dying, and the loss of the people we love in life. Loss creates suffering in life because of our attachments, and through loss we learn to become unattached. Everything must one day die, and therefore age is the energy of Saturn. So everything must one day die, and therefore age, as the energy of Saturn increases inside. Aging bodies are prone to disease. Saturn brings disease in 2 ways. Over time, aging brings natural decay to the body, and secondly, as the body's natural processes stagnate, impurities and toxins build up inside, creating disease. Saturn relates to dirt and impurity. On an energetic level, the impurity of Saturn is removed with the mantra what is that? Vishnave Namah. Something like that. I'm sorry. I don't know what that says or like how to pronounce that. That's hard. So anyway, so you can basically do a mantra to Saturn to help with disease and things like that, and stuff like that. So Saturn makes things come into maturity. He relates to aging, which physically matures the body. He makes people suffer, creating emotional maturity. He breaks attachments, bringing spiritual maturity. In this way, Saturn is connected to ripening. All things come in time. While the sun shows royalty and people in powerful positions, Saturn shows the common people that make the kingdom work. The sun represents a king and his monarchy, while Saturn is democracy and the voice of the average person. Jupiter shows expansion and growth, while Saturn shows contraction and a narrowing of focus. Jupiter shows good luck and ease in life. Saturn is a planet representing hard work and success through one's efforts, through one's sweat. If Saturn is strong in a natal chart, a person will work very hard in their life. Saturn relates to agriculture and the labor of creating food from the earth. In many ancient civilizations, he was personified as an agricultural deity that would punish through bad circumstances, which would harm a harvest. Saturn rules traditional trades and skills, and when Saturn rules blessings, uh, one's blessings, the individual masters the skills of their forefathers. Saturn is an old man and a great supporter of tradition, as tradition is about following the old ways, or old established patterns and habits. When people become very traditional, they wear the clothing of their ancestors and avoid change. Saturn is personified as a punisher and one who invokes fear. As a karmic indicator, he represents the sins or bad karma he represents the bad karma that one has done in the past. Any suffering caused by Saturn is just the return of one's own negative actions that have been done in the past, this life or others. The best remedy for the suffering that Saturn brings is the purification of one's past karma through spiritual practice. And this is why I'm so big on spiritual practices, doing the work, because that clears up your karma. That makes your life better. It brings mental maturity, it brings spiritual maturity, and yeah, it's wonderful. So now let's talk about the medical significations and diseases. So, the medical significations, it says Mamsadatu. It says thighs as the point of locomotion in the legs, which controls walking. Muscles, nerves, chin, colon, rectum, knees, legs, and joints. Diseases, vata disturbances, so constipation, chronic illness, arthritis, gout, rheumatism, paralysis, spasms, fear, phobia, alcoholism, melancholia, depression, exhaustion, aging, cancer, cancer from toxins or old age, diseases to legs, lameness, amputation, deafness, deformity, osteoporosis, tooth decay. So yeah, those are all, if you have Saturn, placed in a certain position, or if it's like afflicted, or Saturn is going to give you some challenges. Even if it's well placed, Saturn will give you challenges, and setbacks, things like that. That's just what Saturn does. So anyway, guys, I'm itchy. So so if you'd like a Vedic astrology reading, if you know your exact birth time, that's fantastic. You can go get an astrology reading at linktree/Gebo the Shaman. You can also go down below to vincent.thunderwizard.com. The link is down below, and you can check out my astrology readings. So if you want a birth time rectification, if you have no idea what your birth time is, maybe you have a window like from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., things like that. If you know what your if you don't know what your birth time is, then you can get a birth time rectification, which will help you be, because if you go to an astrologer or something, they need to know your exact birth time. So I provide you with your exact birth time through a process called birth time rectification. So anyway, guys, you can learn more about that, and you can go to linktree/Gebo the Shaman to check that out. I also do distance energy healings. So I do distance energy healing, and that combines Kundalini, or that combines Qigong. So Qigong that you see me doing there. So I do shamanic practices. I do Qigong. I do Reiki. I do you know, shamanic ritual, things like that, and stuff like that. So yeah, so I basically send that energy to you, and I give you your own guided meditation and stuff. So yeah. Alright, guys, and then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So if you want the career coaching or life coaching, the career coaching is basically you know, a lot of people are like just kind of floating around in life and just confused and not knowing what their path and purpose is. So the career coaching gets you on your proper path and purpose in life, and gets you aligned with your passions and your desires and motivations, and so that way you can start taking action towards building a better life for yourself. Everything I do is about being practical and building the life that you want. So, you know, that's what I'm here to do as a coach. Help you build what you want out of life. So anyway, guys, then we have the Shamanic Ritual Magic courses. So right now I have the Fehu Wealth Ritual. That is a wealth ritual that will go into the 9 levels of your psyche and the unconscious mind, and destroy all of your psychological blocks around wealth and receiving money and things like that. So yeah, that's very powerful stuff. Also, we have the emotional awareness course. So you know, it helps you not only become more aware of your emotions, but also you know, helps you to cope with them, and helps you, you know, work with them more easily. Because emotions, a lot of people get overwhelmed by emotions, and there's really no need to. You know, emotions are emotions, so you just gotta feel your feelings, and you're going to feel however you feel. And the difference is, you don't take action on your feelings, you take action on what it is you're supposed to do every day. You know, daily discipline. So, doing Qigong, doing yoga, you know, whatever. You would do your daily discipline every day. Alright, guys, so anyway, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you later. Peace.